Hello, Mr. Bailey. I live in the 3rd Congressional District of Arkansas, and I just watched the video on YouTube where you spoke about the Ron Paul supporters here in the state. You referred to us as a right-wing fringe type group, to paraphrase what you said. I would argue against that. Now I realize that I'm not going to call names, and I realize people are well-intentioned people. I know you're probably a very well-intentioned person. You know, you probably got into office thinking that you would do some good. At the same time, have a little bit of clout, maybe. I mean, who knows? We're all human. So you had your own reasons, and that's fine. I'm sure they're noble in your eyes, and that's good, as they should be. However, I would say and argue strongly that we're actually the true principled conservatives. Right now, the people want government to balance the budget. The people are tired of people getting locked up for insignificant offenses, nonviolent people being basically turned into criminals. Even Pat Robertson agrees with this. I think that you'll find, as you keep digging, is that we're just the voice of the silent majority, the Ron Paul people, the liberty movement. And the funny thing about it is you'll never convince a liberty-minded person to ever pull the wool back over their eyes. But you can there's always people out there that eventually wake up, to really the situation that we're in, and then they don't go back. So we're only going to grow in numbers. People know the truth. People have common sense. People know we're broke. I mean, why do we have to have such an anti-Muslim agenda? I mean, I think that that with all the things that have been said over these years, since during the 2000s, that people are very weary of Muslim people in general. And I think that's terrible. I mean, we're supposed to be a country that's founded, on religious freedom, and here we are, really persecuting and focusing attention on one particular group, and I don't feel that's right at all. And I mean, you may be able to justify it somehow to yourself, but how can you justify seeing as how we're broke and that we've been engaged in the longest war in our history, in the nation's history, in Afghanistan? How can you argue that it's a good thing for us to borrow more money from China to go and bomb the Muslims, the Muslim countries, the Middle East? How can you argue that point? And I think the American people have woken up to this, and a lot more people are. I mean, we're not crazy people, the Ron Paul people. We've really thought about these things. And, we've actually looked at the history, both sides of it. I mean, I've been in school a long time, and all that school, and all the classes, especially history classes, they're not lying whenever they said, the winner writes history. I mean, it's just as if whenever the Egyptians would, some of the pharaohs would completely erase other pharaohs' markings, and anything that was said about the other pharaohs, because they didn't happen to like that particular group or that particular pharaoh. In the same way, a lot of people in our history completely get ignored or get vilified and different things like that. And the Ron Paul group of people right now, we may be seeming to be ostracized, but the only people that are actually ostracizing us is the establishment, is you and people that actually haven't taken the time to actually listen to what we have to say, you know, and really talk it out. And the people have actually woken up to this, and the only reason why we just didn't dominate the election is because the media ignored us, and you know that to be a fact. I mean, if you can YouTube that. I mean, there's countless examples where Ron Paul's name was completely you know, ignored or skipped over, not read, replaced by another candidate's name. So we've had the complete establishment against us, the full force of the media, you know, against us, and we've still pulled out a very resounding win, in my eyes anyway. You know, the People of Liberty movement. So we're not bad people, and I do look forward to the debate, and I hope to one day talk to you. And I'm currently not registered a Republican in this county. I'm registered in Oklahoma, but as soon as I get registered here, which is going to be shortly, I will be part of the party, and I'll look forward to one day meeting you and talking to you, and we can definitely have a debate about the principles of liberty and about the real roots of you know, what a republic is supposed to be, and how important the Constitution is. So, anyways, have a good day, Mr. Bailey, and this is not the end. See you again.